I'd like to welcome you both, Steve and Deanne Hore from Elmar Holsteins in Northern Victoria, to receive the 2021 Holstein Australia Cow of the Year Award, which was adjudicated by the Breed Development and Conformation Committee. So congratulations to yourselves. Well done on receiving that accolade.
Thanks, Gino, and our family is extremely proud to have won the Cow of the Year with Jessica 11. She's been a favourite of ours.
What made you enter her into the Cow of the Year competition?
We've entered her the last few years, and she was, quite young, and we had some progeny from her that we'd shown and that had done well for us. We've entered other Jessicas over the years. It's a really good competition. It promotes living Holstein animals that are having an influence in cow families, not just our farm, but in other breeders' farms that have put their animals up for Cow of the Year. So, I think it's a really good, diverse competition. If people don't enter, you can't sort of see where you're at, and if you don't see where you're at, you're not sort of trying to you level yourself against other breeders. So,
Steve, when you entered the Goldwyn Jessica cow, what special traits and features do you believe that she has that would assist our industry and the potential for future genetic improvement within our genetics of the Holstein breed?
So Jessica 11, I guess, is really the package cow for us. She's a lot like Grandam Leader Jessica, where we could, show her and breed really smart progeny from her. She had Bull's Gate AI. She's a really lovely natured Goldwyn, which some of her other sisters were a bit hard to show. She's a cow that loves showing. She just loves it. As soon as you sort of grab the halter and wash her up, she seems to know. She loves to eat. She loves to make a big fill. She's got a really nice nature. She likes to parade well. We worked with her at a young age to make some daughters. We thought down the track we wanted to have a sale and share our genetics, and we sort of made her the feature cow, and with her doing so well, her progeny had done well. And we, had lots of progeny to be able to sell, sold our very best ones. So she's the all-round cow, and she runs in the barn with the other 250 cows on that side most days of the year. She's not a lollipop cow. She mixes it with the others, but then she likes to get dressed up and get fancy and do well for us.
I'd like to touch now on the Jessica family. Just give me a brief insight on how it all began and where the journey has taken you, and where do you think it's going to end up?
I reckon I was about 16. I was asked to lead over at a sale. Well, I think it was a sort of a calf sale. I was over there leading, helping Paul Kerber. I had enough money saved to buy an animal, and I wanted to buy a Starbuck, and I knew that Barry Mason was selling a Starbuck calf that was out of a revenue cow. Revenue were cows that had a lot of width and a lot of strength. So I kind of just thought, well, Starbuck out of that will be a good cross. I liked the black calf. It was in my price range. And I purchased that. I was trying to lead and trying to nod to me dad to see whether he was bidding. And it was quite funny anyway. That was the start. I had a little bit of money from my grandfather, and I used that to flush the Starbuck as a heifer with a single flush. Got an Astrojet female, and then that female, Leader Jessica, was flushed to Boss Jessica, and the Boss Jessica was the mother of the Goldwyns on Shottles and a lot of the family. So yeah, Leader Jessica was the cow in lights that did really well for us, probably ahead of her time. She promoted cattle in Australia, helped get Dairy Week going, and probably a pretty special cow in our eyes.
Just give us a little bit of a brief insight into your family business and how it's all established and where you're at with it at the moment.
I'm third generation Holstein breeder, Elmar Holsteins, I guess. It was started by my late grandfather and continued by my late father. And Deanne and myself with Kelsey, Marty and Brady have continued keeping the stud going. Currently, we're milking between sort of 450 to 500 cows, all registered. We've built 2 dry lot compost barns that we house the cows in. We're starting to calve all year round, and we've had lots of changes sort of the last 5 years, I guess. We're relatively flat. We're all flood irrigation. Traditionally, we were an all-summer pasture, grew, irrigated everything all summer, pretty much had some annuals. As water become, less available, we grew annuals, which meant we were quite dry and hot in the summer. And then we've even gone to growing all crops because we didn't quite have enough water for annuals. So we've got a water allocation of 1,100 megalitres, which seems like a lot, but it's crazy. We still couldn't quite keep doing what we wanted to do. We've gone to a parks mixed ration where we would feed on a feed pad, a silage-based mix, feed them to supplement what wasn't in the paddock, then sort of fully supplement it when it was dry. Now we can house the cows all year round and feed them all year round under the same conditions.
To a young breeder, what encouragement would you give them and what direction would you point them in?
I guess we've always sort of tried to improve type, and that's their functionalities. We've used a mating program. We've used the best bulls around the world, and we're trying to improve our type along with maintaining and improving production and components. It's been a journey, but I think the Holstein sires that are available to us now are, they're some of the best in the world. They're sex semen. Semen's not as expensive as it was for those really hot, fashionable bulls. The mating program for us has always been important. I'm a big believer in it. It helps us, with inbreeding. It helps us improve the worst trait of the mother, and small steps can slowly get you to having, the sort of the ideal young cow. So not everyone needs to go to and buy and spend a heap of money on the best cow at the sale, because you go there and everyone else wants that same animal. So I guess we've just tried to breed them. We've culled hard. We've introduced some new families, but as a whole, we've basically, worked with the cows and the cow families we've had, and just tried to keep improving them, growing out the young stock, fully feeding them, fully feeding the adult cattle to give them every opportunity.
Deanne, Steve made mention that a contribution to the Holstein industry in Australia and worldwide. And we know that the impact that the Jessicas had in Australia. How does that make you feel personally when you see descendants of animals that you've bred doing well in other herds and in competitions in the show ring, etc.?
We love to see people succeed. We love to see young people have a go, succeed. You don't have to start at the top. You've actually got to work your way along and pick up a lot of information, make a lot of friends, and work hard along in your journey. And that's really important, that everybody realises that it just doesn't happen on the day. There's all the preparation beforehand and the planning. It's a real proud achievement watching people do well.
Steve, I noted that the progeny from Goldwyn Jessica 11, you've used a multitude of sires in the breeding program over, and I think, the last time I looked, there was, 8 or 10 different sires that you've used. Is there a specific area that you're looking to improve by using these sires? We've
been flushing sort of for a fair while, and we've tried to use profile bulls at the time. That also, there's no inbreeding, and that we're trying to protect possibly her rump and keep good feet and legs, and obviously keep a really good memory system there. So the bulls like Solomon, that's been a really good flush. They're all high VG, young cows on the second calf, third calf. So that's been a really good flush. Crush has been a good flush as well. There's, 4, 5 or 6 VG daughters there. Lambda, who's sort of the hot bull, and I think 2 of her daughters will be in milk now, and we've got some other younger ones. He's a really fashionable bull, but the same thing, the mating suits her. That's why he was used. Chief, we sold one in our sale. and we've got some other younger ones, you know, and I think we're milking chiefs. So sometimes we're not afraid to sort of go back and use a bull that's got some milking daughters, rather than really be super hard on the latest and greatest bulls. Like all our matings, the mating has to suit, the inbreeding has to be right, and we're trying to always improve, you know, that animal's weakest foal. Even if it's very little, we still try to improve it that way. Can you isolate 2 or 3 different calves or animals that you've got on farm now that show the potential that the leader Jessica had and that the Goldwyn Jessica has at the moment? You know, sold it. We did sell our very, very best in the sale. The plan, you know, I guess, was that we were keeping our Jessicas sort of in-house. We wanted to enjoy them, show them, build them up. Then we wanted to have a sale that went off with a bang. So we've sold a lot of our good ones, sold a lot of Jessica 11s, very, very best daughters. So the enjoyment will be those animals breeding on under those people's prefixes that purchase them, hopefully with a Jessica name attached to it. No, you should be congratulated on the, obviously on the sale itself, but putting your best quality animals up for sale, giving other breeders the potential to go through the journey that you guys have gone through, speaks volumes and credibility to your personal thinking and wishing to develop the Holstein industry Australia-wide. So well done to you guys. Winning the Holstein Australia 2021 Cow of the Year with your Goldwyn Jessica, what will that mean to your business and your marketing strategy? Yeah, we'll use this Cow 2021 Cow of the Year accolade to just, you know, put our brand out there again, and the Jessica 11 as well. I guess we have a lot of followers all around the world. So a lot of people from North America who had previously followed the leader Jessica, so they now follow what the Goldwyn Jessica's up to. And in the last probably 5 to 8 years, we've sort of branched a little bit into having more people from Europe follow us. That's sort of been brought about by some backpackers that we had and some other international visitors that have come. So, you know, it's so easy to be able to promote worldwide, and it's great to have some interest and some feedback from all over the world as to what Australia's doing, because we have great herds and we have great cows, and we've only got to see by everyone's achievements where we're at. She's done really well, and I think 2015, when she was reserve senior cow, we all thought that she was going to win that year. When she won a class, she won best udder, and then her herd mate beat her, and then her other sister, full sister, was honourable mention. I guess for her to come back in 2 years' time and win Grand Cow was, everyone thought, oh, yep, she's got there, she's done it. I think she's a cow that promotes herself. You know, her daughter topped the sale, and the other daughters sold really well in our sale. So, you know, we probably will just keep working with her, and you know, obviously we'll promote what she's won, but she has done, you know, she's done well along the way, and she's a pretty, you know, pretty special cow with a pretty high profile already. So, you know, she's got some sons that have got some calves born and that are in AI Genetics Australia. So yeah, look, it's just another little feather in her cap. Steve and Deanne, I thank you very much for sharing your insights into your family business, the Jessica story. And on behalf of Holstein Australia, I'd like to thank you and congratulate you again for being worthy recipients of the 2021 Holstein Cow of the Year Award, which went to the Elmar Goldwyn Jessica 11. Congratulations. Yeah, we appreciate what you guys do as well. So thanks a lot. Thank you.